Welcome to Pod Central. This is the podcast ministry of Central Baptist Church, where we bring people that are in Central Baptist into the studio and we interview them. We talk about what's going on in their lives, what the Lord has done inside their lives, and hopefully it's something where everybody at Central Baptist will get to know each other a little bit better. And today I'm really excited because I have Londedrick Taylor and Curtis Landon in the studio with me. These are two guys that I know very well, but I'm not sure everybody at Central Baptist knows real well. And so I've got them inside the studio here, and we're going to get to know them a little bit better. Londedrick, Curtis, welcome.
Hello. Hello.
All right. Well, Londedrick, let me start with you. You're the oldest. Tell us tell us a little bit about your life right now. What grade you in? Where tell us what's exciting.
I'm in the 9th grade, and I like football, basketball, and track.
Okay.
And
all right. And what classes are you in right now that are just tough?
I'm in prep biology. It's Miss Goin. It's the hardest class in the world.
Miss Goin's not easy at all, is she? I guarantee it. Curtis, tell me a little bit about you now. What grade you in? What do you like? What do you not like?
My name is Curtis Landon. I'm in 7th grade. Like to play basketball, football, track. And
favorite class?
Favorite class, I'll probably go with reading.
Reading. Okay. All right. Well, we're at it here. Now, let's say that some lady at Central Baptist is hearing this podcast and wants to make something for you, something good to eat. What is it going to be where you're going that you're really going to like? What would it be?
I like snickerdoodles.
Okay.
I like peanut butter cookies.
All right. Snickerdoodles and peanut butter cookies for the boys. Now, you guys are brothers, but you don't have the same last name. It's Curtis Landon, Londedrick Taylor. Go back into your early childhood. Tell us about it. Londedrick, start us out. Tell us about tell us about your early childhood.
I lived in Jacksonville when I lived in there until I was in 2nd grade, and I moved to Waco. And then, my mom was real sick, so we had to move back down here with my grandma.
Okay, tell me this. Tell me about your mom. You said she was sick. What kind of sickness?
She has epilepsy.
Your mom has epilepsy, and she still has epilepsy, but it's under control. Is that right? Does she ever have seizures? Anything ever happen there as far as that's concerned?
Sometimes. When she don't take medication, that's when it happens.
Yeah. As long as she's taking her medications, everything's... But for a while there when you were younger, that wasn't the case. She was having seizures?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you remember from your childhood in relation to that, Curtis?
Really, I remember when I moved to Waco when I was 6 years old, and like Londedrick said, that mom was sick, so we had to move back with grandma. And but the first thing really is I was really scared. I was frightened that mom was having seizures. I thought bad things was gonna happen, and I didn't really think she was gonna really, I thought she gonna die or something. So right. I was pretty scared.
Right. Okay. Now it's Curtis Landon. You have the same father, right?
Yes, sir.
Why the different name?
Well, Londedrick, he takes after my dad, and I takes after my mom.
Okay.
Last name.
So, but same dad, but you took the name of your father, and you took the name of your mother. Do you have any memories of your father?
Well, yeah, when I was 2.
2?
Yeah.
So you're extremely young.
Yeah.
And Curtis, what about you? Do you have any memories of your father at all?
No, sir.
None at all. Okay. So you've lived this whole time without a father in the house, with your mother with epilepsy, with your grandmother being... Now tell me about your grandmother, because she's a strong woman. Tell me a little bit about her.
Well, she's very nice, and she got a job. Well, I think she had to work 2 jobs so we could pay rent and have food and stuff. And she married to Harold Stafford.
Yeah.
And they were dating for 10 years.
Long time. So Harold's been a part of your life. Kind of like a little bit of a father figure, maybe.
Grandpa.
Yeah. Kind of like a grandfather figure. Okay, Curtis, tell me a little bit about your grandma. Tell me what she means to you, and what her part of your life has been?
Well, you know, she's like a second mother for me, and she's like a main part of my life. Like, if it wasn't for her, I pretty much probably wouldn't be in this world right now.
Really? I mean, that's a pretty strong statement right there. Grandma, tell me, so like when you go home, mom's there,
Yes, sir.
grandma's there.
Yes, sir.
Grandma is the main force that
Yes,
in
sir.
other words, as far as what's going on in your world.
Yes, sir.
So really, if there's a strength position,
She will fit it.
grandma's it. That's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
I'm glad to hear that because that it's a neat thing because everybody's got a grandma, but not every grandma is really, really, really involved in people's lives. But y'all do. You got a grandma that has absolutely stepped up to the plate. You've moved into her house with her, and for your entire childhood, you know your grandmother very, very well. In other words, you live on a day-to-day basis. I think that's a cool thing. All right, tell me as you started growing up, as you were going through the school system, and then one day we met. I met you guys. Tell me about that. Tell me about how we met and what happened then. Because for a long time y'all didn't go to church. Tell us about how we met.
Well, all right, it was my first year playing basketball, and I got picked on this team. And then like one day at practice, we were just talking about our lives and stuff. And then he asked us to come to church, and we were like, sure.
And you did. And that was cool. Both of y'all came. And it was kind of a neat thing because neither one of y'all hadn't done a lot of church type stuff in the past. I mean, as far as spiritually speaking, y'all weren't doing a lot, were you? But now, y'all are totally involved. Tell us what you're doing right now at Central Baptist.
Getting to know God better.
How? Like tell us what all you're involved in.
I'm involved with a lot of stuff in church. Like, church is like the best thing for you. That's where I go every week. I mean, if I have a problem, I just go to church, go to the sanctuary, listen to the preacher preach, and all my problems are going away.
Londedrick, tell us what you're involved in at church.
I'm involved in I go to I'm in a youth group.
Yeah.
And then we go on trips, and I'm going to
youth camp.
Yeah. This year.
Uh-huh.
In the summer, and I'm planning to have a lot of fun.
Good. Tell me what it was like to be baptized at Central Baptist.
Great.
Tell me more. Tell me a little bit more about what it's really like to get on the day you got baptized. Tell us some more about that.
It was great. People, congratulate me, and I was, pretty happy that I got baptized because, I was like, wow, I got baptized. And, a whole bunch of people rushed up to me, congratulations and stuff, and I was like, thank you.
Londedrick, tell us, son.
I was happy about getting baptized because, I know it was the first step to getting closer to God, and like what he said, and people congratulating you. And I felt the love when I got baptized at the church.
Cool.
Of all the people.
Tell me this: you're both African American students now. I know y'all are getting bigger. I mean, when I first met you, it was 4 years ago. Y'all are getting bigger now. You're in the youth group, and I remember Curtis when you were in the children's department, and all that. But y'all aren't there now. Y'all are getting bigger, and you're in the youth group, and you're heavily involved. Tell us. I want to know, what's it like to be a black man in our church? Have it been uncomfortable?
Well, when we first started coming, it kind of was, but we got to know people, and when we first came, we really didn't know that many people, so we were kind of nervous and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the more we came, and the better we felt about coming.
Sure. Do you feel comfortable now? I mean, in other words, there's some, when you're at church on Sunday or Wednesday night's the big night for you guys because, because there's food and there's basketball and the youth group. We got a lot of cool things happening over there. But there's probably more white people than black people. Do you feel like you're one of the bunch? Tell me more about that.
Yes, like, we all got baptized and we all know each other very well. I mean, like, don't nobody, really talk about us really. And, like he said, we all get along and stuff. And, like, having nobody really have an argument or even say anything bad about us that we done heard. So, I think I think we fit in with the group very well.
I agree 100%. In America, racism was a huge deal for many years. But from what you're telling me, I mean, Central Baptist is a pretty cool place because y'all don't sense a lot of that. Do you feel like you're one of the bunch?
Yes, I feel like color doesn't matter at the church.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, tell us what you're most excited about at Central Baptist. Like what you think is the coolest thing we've got going on right now.
I think the youth group is the coolest because it's bringing in kids that like really don't know that much about God, and then it's helping them learn more and more about God.
Yeah. What about you, Curtis? What's your favorite part?
My favorite part, like he said, the youth, and I like the missionaries when they go out to different countries just to tell people about God. And I really been paying attention to them doing that, and that's what I hope that I can do when I'm grown up.
Really? What country would you like to go to? Like if you could be a missionary to somewhere, where would you go?
China.
China. All right. That's great stuff, man. Cool. Yeah, let me just tell you what I think now. And I appreciate you guys bearing your soul and kind of talking about things with us. When you guys first started coming to church, it was a neat thing because we had basketball at Central Baptist, and y'all were very receptive to talking about everything. And when I started talking about the Lord with you guys, y'all listened and you responded. I remember one of the real cool things was when we did that, and y'all were like, "Well, what do we do next?" And I was like, "Well, you need to get baptized." And y'all just went right up in there and just did it. And the coolest thing was after you got baptized, what's really neat about you guys is you didn't know what evangelism and reaching out really was. I mean, in other words, you knew you just did it. You all just responded without really knowing the word evangelism. Now you probably know that means to go out and tell the good news to people. But what's neat about it is y'all are doing a great job of bringing your friends, bringing other people in. I mean, on a Wednesday night at Central Baptist in our youth group, 15 black kids that are y'all's friends, that are a part of it, and they're integrating, they're talking with other people. It's like you said, it's just kind of a neat place for people to be able to be a part of. And y'all have made it into a very, what's the right way to say it, a welcoming place? Because at Central Baptist, it's a place for anybody of any color, of any background, of anything. It's just a good place for people to people to belong. And y'all have definitely done that. I'll tell you my favorite part of the whole thing with you guys, that of what we do is on Wednesday nights after youth, when we go play basketball. That's my favorite time of the whole thing. Y'all are great. If I said anything about, I would say that y'all's favorite sports is basketball. Am I lying?
You're telling the truth.
And you're both very, very good at it. Tell me more about your basketball and what you like and what you hope to be. And tell me what your dreams are.
Well, like basketball has like been my favorite sport since I was like 4 years old. So I've been liking it since then. And basketball career is going great now. And,
you're getting tall, that's why.
So, like when I grow up, I want to be a basketball player. That's my dream.
Sure. And I definitely think you'll have a chance to play college level if you keep everything going right. Londedrick, tell us about what you got going on in basketball.
In basketball, I like point guard because like you get to like run the team and stuff. Cause like you get to like choose what happens and stuff. And then, I can kind of see myself going like to college in basketball. But I got to keep my grades up like they are now and keep it going.
Are you making good grades?
Yes, sir.
I know y'all are. That's good stuff. All right, tell me this. Tell me a story that you think some people. I want different stories from each of you. Tell me a story that you don't think anybody else at Central Baptist knows about you. That's a tough question, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me a story that
Well, when I was in second grade and I lived in Waco, my brother was sick one day, and it was just him and my mama at home. Then I think he was in the back room, and my mama, like, she had a seizure in the kitchen, and she fell, and she, like, busted her chin open, and then she was bleeding real bad. And then that day, like, we had to walk home from school because it was so close. And then that day after school, like, when I got home, I walked up, like, we stayed in apartments. I walked up the stairs, and then I opened the door. I just seen a whole bunch of blood there, and then, like, I just seen my sister and my auntie sitting on the couch, and they were, like, crying and stuff. And I ain't know what happened, so I was real scared. But and my mom went to the hospital. The ambulance had came and got her. And then I had to stay at my auntie's house for a couple of days until my mom got better.
Yeah. Definitely, without a doubt, that your mother and epilepsy has been a big part of your life in the past. It's been a something that y'all have learned to deal with as a family. Would I say that right? Curtis, tell me a story. Okay, then I'm gonna pose some questions to you. Tell me what your favorites are.
My favorites, like, basketball is my favorite sport. My favorite food, well, I have a lot, but about the favorite one is probably chalupa at Taco Bell.
Okay. A chalupa at Taco Bell, all right.
My favorite color is green and black.
Yeah.
My favorite shoes are Vans.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Favorite favorite class in school is reading.
well, yeah.
Who's the favorite? Who's the person that you most connect with at Central Baptist?
Well, I would say Sam Casey.
Sam. Okay. Cool stuff. All right. Now, tell me this. You guys have been Christians now for
4 years.
4 years. Has it been 4 years? That's amazing. What would you tell somebody else about your relationship with Christ? If somebody were asking you about what Christ means to you, what would you say?
I say it's like if I would never start coming to church, like, I don't know, I probably would have dropped out of school, could have probably been selling drugs on the corner or something. But, like, when I accepted Christ, I started doing stuff good, and I started hanging out with the wrong people because I had started figuring out what was right because I had grown better. I had grown closer to God.
Yeah. Cool. Curtis, tell me what Christ means to you.
Well, Christ, like, if it wasn't for Christ, a lot of stuff, nothing would be here right now. And I'm glad I got baptized to get to know Jesus better, because now every day I always talk to somebody, and I try to get them to come to our church. And really, if it wasn't for me accepting Christ, I don't think I'd be here right now.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Pretty tough, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I am thrilled about that. Y'all have a wonderful testimony. I look really forward to what the Lord's about to do in y'all's lives as y'all begin to continue to grow and continue to grow in Christ and just to be involved in doing great things. Y'all have been a wonderful, wonderful part of Central Baptist. There's a lot of people that really look upon you guys, sometimes at a distance, sometimes up close, and that look at you guys and look at y'all very fondly, because y'all represent what's good about Central Baptist, bringing in people that you normally wouldn't expect. I mean, basketball. We found y'all through basketball, but now look where we are now. We're great friends. We've grown close as families, and it's a relationship that you wouldn't expect otherwise. But here we are, and we were able to enjoy that. And Central Baptist is the place where all that came together. So I look forward to seeing where that goes. All right, I'm gonna ask a question. What do you want to be in life? When you're 30 years old, what do you want to be doing, Londi?
I just wanna make it. I just wanna, I don't know, be successful.
Yeah. Doing what? You're not sure just yet?
I'm not sure. Not now.
Okay. Curtis?
Well, for me, I'm going to be playing basketball when I'm 30.
Okay.
And, like after basketball, when I retire and stuff, I'll probably go traveling around the world and telling people about God.
Okay. Anything else y'all can think of? We got a little time here to kill.
Yeah. Well, I went to regionals in track.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, I don't know. Me and this other boy, we was the only two freshmen. And it was in Denton.
Yeah? Cool. You are very fast afoot. Hey, tell me this. The African American, do y'all like being called African American or black? Which one do you like?
Black.
Then let's go with black. The black community in Jacksonville. What's the best way to reach the black community in Jacksonville for Christ? What's the best? How can we do it? How can we, in other words, of your friends that you talk to and that you're a part of, what's the best way?
I would say probably like sports and stuff like that's what probably like really get people jumped up and come to church. I mean, and then like we could stop in the middle of a game and then like tell them what's so amazing about God and tell them the stories in the Bible.
Okay, tell me about food. How important is food to you guys at church?
Very important.
We gotta play basketball with food in our stomach.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. All right. So maybe something with sports, a little bit of food on the side, bring them right on in, won't it?
Yes, sir.
All right, now hold on. I want y'all to tell another story. When you come out of Sunday school in the morning, and out at the youth building, where do y'all go? Tell me the truth. Don't give me no fibs or anything.
I'll go get some donuts.
From where? What are y'all doing?
Like we usually go by the it's by where the grown-ups be having their they be having their Sunday school class, you could say.
Yeah.
And then like one day they didn't have no more donuts in there, so I went to the gym and I went to the kitchen in the gym. And there was some donuts in there, so that's where we go when we leave Sunday school now.
So y'all are like scarfing for donuts whenever you get out of that. Cool. So that's a big deal. Y'all like that. And what's your just in case somebody listens to this, what's your favorite donuts?
I like regular donuts.
The same.
The regular old plain old donuts.
Glazed.
Yes, sir.
All right. What else is exciting y'all? Tell me anything else you can think about. Oh, I know what I want y'all to tell me about. Tell me about one person at Central Baptist, an adult or a student or like somebody that's a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you look up to. Tell me about one person at Central Baptist that has meant something to you.
I would say David Thomason.
Tell me more. Why?
It's because he's a great person. He's a caring person. I mean, like if you got a problem here, like he can tell if I have a problem. Like, Curtis, what's wrong? I'm like, it's just something just clicking in my mind, just not going straight. And then we'll talk about it, and he'll be like, well, you can come to my house today, and we'll talk about it later. I'm like, okay, Mr. Dave, he's a great person.
Sure. Londi, tell me about somebody that's a mentor in your life at Central Baptist.
Miss Becky, well.
Why? Tell me more.
Miss Becky, she helped me with problems too, and she helped me do other stuff. And if I need somewhere to go, she'll pick me up and take me or something.
She's your ride a lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. So David Thomason, Becky Casey are the other two. Okay. Anything else y'all can think of here?
Ready for the summer.
Yes, I want a summer job bad.
Okay.
Both need one of those.
Curtis and Londedrick are looking for summer jobs. Anybody out there that has one, let us know. Guys, thank y'all for coming and being part of this today. Anything else y'all can think of, guys?
No, sir.
All right.